Hello, everyone. My name is Angie Jenkins, Northeast Regional Impact Manager for My Future NC. Welcome to the My Future's Bite-Size Webinar Series. Thank you, IBM, for sponsoring the Bite-Size Webinars. Today's session is Students Can Get a Head Start on Their Careers Through CTE Programs. During the webinar, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop them in the chat. Please note that we do not have a formal Q&A segment during this 20-minute webinar, but our team will reach out if there are any outstanding questions in the chat. One of the data products My Future provides is our 2024 attainment profiles. You can scan the QR code or use the link in the chat to go to our county data and resource page for the latest 2024 profiles. There, you will see the county profiles. It's a 2-pager for each of the 100 counties in North Carolina with local performance from pre-K to 12 and college access to workforce alignment. In addition, for the first time this year, we have developed a set of supplemental profiles in response to community needs. Today, we're focusing on career and technical education known as CTE programming and opportunities in North Carolina. In 2023, the North Carolina students completed a remarkable 325,307 CTE credentials. Out of these, over 65,000 were industry valued credentials, which is about 20%. These industry valued credentials are regarded by employers and create opportunities for students to obtain jobs that lead to a family's sustaining wage. Moreover, over 67,000 students completed CTE concentrations. The top 3 areas where students concentrated their studies were health sciences, human services, and agricultural, food, and natural resources. These fields are crucial for our state's economy and our community well-being. Joining me today is Dr. Nancy Cross. She serves as Assistant Director for CTE Regional Services and Reporting with the North Carolina Department of Instruction. As a 33-year veteran, she has an exciting career in education. Prior to her role, she served as Section Chief for CTE Reporting and Analysis. She has also served in her career as Career and Technical Education Director for Gifford County Schools, as well as Randolph County Schools. In her early years, Dr. Cross' career has spanned serving early college liaison schools to a national board certification for adolescents and youth adult mathematics. She is passionate about using data to support the CTE narrative and increase awareness of the positive impact that CTE has on all students. Nancy, welcome and thank you for being here.
Well, thank you, Angie, so much for inviting me to be with you today. I also want to mention that Trey Michael, our Senior Director for CTE at DPI, is with us on the call as well, and I always appreciate his support. So just a good overview of CTE in North Carolina, just to sort of frame what students have the opportunity to participate in. This slide provides some data around both opportunity and some attainment. So we offer courses and pathways across 16 career clusters. There are over 70 state-supported career pathways, but we're also very excited to offer local course option pathways in districts that are specific to their labor market needs and opportunities for students in regions. For instance, at the coast, we have a boat building pathway. Wouldn't necessarily need that in the mountains, Watauga County or Buncombe County, but certainly a need at the coast. So with our local course options, we have about 150 total pathway opportunities for students. There are just over 7,000 CTE educators serving students across the state with over 8,000 CTE enrollments annually. And as Angie mentioned, we have over 65,000 CTE concentrators each year. And our students did earn over 325,000 industry recognized credentials this past school year. There are CTE opportunities in all 115 school districts across our state. And so on the next slide, when we look at some of the data that supports both what our students are accomplishing, but also how our students' outcomes compare to that of non-CTE students, we see that CTE students graduate at a rate that far exceeds the North Carolina cohort graduation rate. 98% of CTE concentrators graduate on time as compared to 86% of our traditional overall graduation rate. Post-secondary placement is also something that we're very proud of. Our students have a vision for their future when they leave high school, and 97% of them are engaged in positive post-secondary placement within 6 months after high school. That is usually what we refer to as the 3 E's. They're either enrolled, employed, or enlisted. We have in the 22-23 school year almost 550,000 CTE individual participants occupying those over 800,000 seats. And then academic proficiency is something that we're very proud of. There was a time period in CTE where it was considered sort of vocational education, and for those students, perhaps those students who were not as academically prepared for academic rigor. But what we know is that our students exceed the non-CTE concentrators when it comes to their reading language arts performance, their math performance, and their science performance. So students who are CTE concentrators outperform those students who have not earned a concentration in the CTE area prior to taking those 3 end of course tests in those areas. We also know that labor market, Bureau of Labor Statistics tells us that about 48% of adult workers need a credential related to their career choice. And we know that our CTE concentrators leave us not only with a high school diploma, but 62% of them have credential attainment as well. And then just sort of to round out my part, I wanted to just share with you some of the strategies on the next slide to strengthen CTE in North Carolina. I think we went maybe the wrong direction on the slide. We went back. There we go. One more. Thank you. Nope, wrong way. There we go. So the strategies to strengthen CTE in North Carolina. We certainly will continue to offer high quality CTE programs that are aligned to local, regional, and state labor market data. That's certainly supported by My Future NC as well. The data that's provided in those county attainments are super helpful to CTE directors as they make decisions about programs and offerings. Newly legislated is the requirement to have career development plans for all students. CTE's been leading the way with career development plans for CTE students for many years, but it's very exciting that our legislators are on board and understand the importance of starting those conversations early. As a matter of fact, in CTE, we serve students from grades 6 through 13, but actually reach down into elementary schools now with computer science. We have our first elementary computer science consultant in CTE, and we also can offer career awareness to 5th grade students. And so now all students will, by 8th grade, have a career development plan, which is a very exciting step, not only to promote the work of CTE, but just to encourage all students to begin the thought process around their future at an earlier age. Another strategy that supports and strengthens CTE is to offer multiple outside of the classroom educational opportunities. So our students are involved in CTSOs. Many of you probably were either in FFA, FBLA, FCCLA, TSA. There are a HOSA. There are a wealth of opportunities outside of the classroom for competitive events and ways to apply what they're learning in the classroom outside, as well as work-based learning opportunities. We have a strong work-based learning continuum that begins in elementary school and goes through high school. And then dual enrollment opportunities for students to engage in career and college promise community college courses while they're still in high school, and of course, earning industry recognized credentials. And then the last couple of pieces, one is that our computer science is now a graduation requirement, or will be very shortly. And so we're in the process of helping support districts as they implement that new graduation requirement, which will also expand CTE participation. And then lastly, just continuing to tell the CTE story. Certainly appreciate My Future NC and the support that you give CTE, and allowing us the opportunity to give just a brief overview of what's going on in CTE in North Carolina. So thank you so much, Angie.
Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate that. And we appreciate all the insights and for you highlighting all the wonderful opportunities that CTE provides. And now I would like to pivot a tad. I would like to bring on Christy Christenberry and Mr. Jason Wynn to share about CTE in Martin County. Ms. Christenberry is a CTE veteran with 23 years of experience as a classroom teacher, CDC, school administrator, CTE director, and most recently, a CIMC SPC for Martin County Schools. Her passion is providing unlimited career exploration opportunities to students and pushing teachers to focus on hands-on experiences within and outside the classroom. And then Jason is a career development coordinator for Martin County Schools. He has spent time in the private business sector and has 17 years in education, starting in CTE to school principal and then curriculum instruction. Now he's back with CTE via the role of career development coordinator at Martin County Schools. He is an advocate for student growth experiences and in their connection to CTE and how it enhances the workplace and personal skills. Jason and Christy, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to get started. Again, I'm Christy Christenberry. So this first slide shows one of our Pathways to Success documents and a little bit called Grants Galore. So I'm going to start with that. Students within our district, parents, students, and community members were provided with this Pathways to Success document, social media, website, put it in their hands to gain insight into each pathway, the courses, and the credentials offered within Martin County Schools. Martin County Schools offers more than any other LEA within the area in terms of pathway options and credentialing, and we're actually adding pathways for the 24-25 school year. To continue the growth of these pathways and to add additional pathways, we had to look for additional funding options. Over the last 2 years, we have been awarded more than $196,000 in grant funds. So don't say you can't write a grant. Some of these were actually thrown together in 15 minutes before the deadline. But you know what? We had a vision and we made it happen. These funds revamped our animal science pathway, allowing us to build a mini farm out back to give those hands-on experiences, add hydroponics to our new middle school ag program. We're going to be able to offer 2 local course options with our health science pathways with health hands-on experiences in Paxton Patterson Health Careers Lab. Add our plant systems pathway back to the district that has not been here in several years with a brand new greenhouse coming in the fall, and then add a STEM and computer science position at one of our middle schools. And also we're going to be able to promote our healthcare programs through marketing and summer camp opportunities. So look for the billboards coming soon that advertise our wonderful healthcare programs in Martin County. And if you'll go to the second slide, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Wynn.
Yeah, so the second slide has some bullet points that I actually shared in an earlier presentation at our Northeast Regional meeting. But one of the things we have found in our program here for Martin County Schools that has enhanced it greatly is our internship program. So a crucial aspect to career awareness and development is providing these internships. As the only LEA in the county to offer an internship program, we more than doubled the internship enrollment from the fall semester to the spring and hope to land a few pre-apprenticeships with our business partners. We love to see our students being productive in local businesses, and we want to provide every child every opportunity. Therefore, if we have a student who may not have their own transportation, we have increased participation in our program by incorporating areas of our school system as business entities. So students can be afforded the experience to intern at say the bus garage, maintenance, the culinary arts department, with a classroom teacher, a media center coordinator, the school counselors, and that's just to name a few. So our goal is to help guide and provide students on their pathway.
So on the next slide, here's just a quick overview of our programs and how we get kids, parents, and community involved. From the middle school ag students, you'll see on the left side, testing our local river water to a plethora of internships in and around the county. Our Fall into CTE event, where students actually were able to showcase their programs to parents, future students, and community members to gain those hands-on experiences in each pathway. To kicking off our spring semester, we have an additional outreach program called Winter Wonderland, where students again highlighted their programs and encouraged students to register for classes and join our career and technical education organizations.
And then therefore, our internship students also have the opportunity to explore various post-secondary options related to their career interests.
Thank you so much, Christy and Jason, for sharing such exciting happenings in Martin County schools through CTE. As we heard today, students have tremendous opportunities and can get ahead in their careers through participating in career and technical education. CTE programming helps set students up for success. According to North Carolina DPI, high school CTE concentrators have a graduation rate of 98% compared to the statewide rate of 86.5%. CTE courses are essential in equipping our students with the skills and knowledge they need to succeed. Not only do these programs benefit individual students, however, they also strengthen our workforce, our state's economy, so that we can remain competitive both now and into the future. For county-specific credential and concentrated completion data, please visit our county data and resource page at www.myfuturenc.org. We thank you so much for joining us today. Please stay connected by joining our newsletter and reaching out to us at any time. And you can scan the QR code here on the screen so that you can stay connected. Thank you and have a great day.